we're going to be watching a variety of different replays with different skill levels. And we're going to be starting with Platinum, and then we'll try to figure out, okay, what are like common bad habits in each league, just so we see what actually separates them. You know what? Maybe it actually makes sense to take a look at a mirror match, because I get both perspectives for the same character, right? Street Fighter 6 is quite interesting with the ranks because the separation is different. In Street Fighter 5, the most occupied rank was Silver League. But in Street Fighter 6, for some reason, it is actually Platinum League, as you can see here. This is a fascinating thing in Street Fighter 6, and I think the reason why this is the case is because the players who actually care about their ranks, they might actually redo the first 10 matches where the game decides what rank to put you in. They will try to get lucky on the matches and get into Platinum League through that. I would really love to see how many players can actually keep Platinum League if they just keep playing like that. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but in general, you have a better separation between the ranks in Street Fighter 6. It's more granular, okay? So we actually have more ranks, and what is Master Rank in Street Fighter 6 used to be around like Diamond Plus in Street Fighter 5. So they separated it a little bit further on the low end, and the separation within Master Rank in Street Fighter 6 is done through MR instead of actually having more separated ranks. I think that's actually not bad at all. But this is quite interesting. Most people, as you can see, are in Platinum League, right? So what's the difference between Platinum, Silver, and Gold? But probably more distinctively visible, the difference between Platinum and Silver. That's the one that I would love to see. And obviously on higher ranks, you're going to be seeing different, different approaches. So let's take a look at this specific Platinum match. Maybe this is not a good match to look at because I just saw that like the second round was actually a perfect. So maybe this is a bad one to analyze, but we'll see. Let's take a look at how do these two actually play. Take a look at the first thing both players do is walk backwards. It's fascinating. You would never see this behavior on high level. Both of them don't want to engage at all. And this guy, okay, Solid Plank in Platinum League decides to throw an EX Fireball from full screen away. Makes no sense. You do that. Yeah, as a JP, you do that. And now he's trying to zone. Okay? So it's quite fascinating. Nobody wants to actually get into the footsie's range. You see that? They're just, both are just happier staying away from each other. Why? Because they have bad defense. That's why. Okay? So let's take a look at this. So here's an anti-air situation. If you struggle with DP anti-airs, it's not a big deal. Crouching Fierce will help you, right? Oh wow, he actually tried to perfect parry that. Okay, almost got it as well. But then you just mash, because you have no defense, you just mash this one out. And then, like, take a look at this chaotic offense. I think this is like skill number 1 that even Platinum players still don't have. A Diamond and a Master Rank player would have hit confirmed this right here. After the jump, they would have realized, oh, I'm hitting the opponent. I'm gonna follow up with a medium punch or something different. But instead, you lose the follow-up because you weren't expecting the attack to connect. And then you do a YOLO EXDP afterwards for good measure. Way too chaotic. No concept of both offense and defense. See, like this, the punish here. So the opponent cracks at this point and just throws out a drive impact. You happen to EXDP here, And then afterwards, your opponent does not know how to punish here. So he will chaotically do this. This is the only special move that you shouldn't be doing here. Okay, it's the only special move that you're not allowed to do in this spot. And he's like, okay, I want my opponent to win, so I'm throwing him out of the corner. See, like, very chaotic right here. Also, if you pay attention, then it came as a surprise here that the burnout happened. He attempted to parry afterwards, but no meter. By the way, sorry, like if I'm being too honest and too brutal on your replays. The whole point is to get better, right? So I need to call out mistakes when I see them, and I also need to call out thought processes when I see them. I can see that both of you are scared to even engage in offense or defense. That's a huge weakness in gameplay. Huge weakness. There's nothing controlled here, you know? And it's one of the differences between high-level play and Platinum League and below. One of the differentiating factors is there is a concept on how do you do the damage. Like optimizing combos is one thing, but even just engaging properly, it's a completely different thing. Here, the engagement usually happens through a jump in Platinum League. And so sometimes you get lucky and you get it, and sometimes you don't get it because the opponent anti-airs. So in Platinum League, you will see anti-airs. You will see anti-airs. And see that, like, right here? Big mistakes sometimes will go unpunished. Why does this happen? It's the same reason why earlier the jumping medium kick on punish counter did not see a follow-up. You're not thinking ahead at all. Like, you're not thinking, like, while you're doing your combo, you're doing something out of muscle memory with a specific expectation, and if the expectation gets broken up, you have no response to it. So right here, Solid Plank was expecting the jump into to work, but instead a DP happened, and he was just not ready. Like, it was just too, like, he was too slow to react to it. He was too far, but like, even if the medium punch was in range, I think it was not going to be a punish counter. He barely reacted to that, even though he had so many frames to do so. This is like a really important thing to learn. On high level, people are able to react to your mistakes and punish you properly way easier, because they've done so many times. And in Platinum League, this is still like something unexpected happened. What do I do now? And you kind of freeze up as a result. See, like, sometimes you're throwing fireballs. Wow, I have never seen that punish before. That looked godlike. That was a mistake, by the way, but that looked godlike. And see, like, completely no concept. Just YOLO Tatsu. Why are you tattooing? Like, what are you afraid of? That's the question. Like really ask yourself this right here. What exactly are you scared of? Because the opponent can throw a fireball that you might have to block? You're almost done recovering from the burnout. Why are you killing yourself here? A skilled player would kill you right here, but a Solid Plank does not know how to punish this properly. You need to wait it out. Do any attack, really, even a medium attack into a drive rush combo. Very simple, will kill. This is not gonna work. The fireball is gonna clip here, right? Yep, the fireball is gonna clip. Costi, my man, thank you so much for the 39 months. Okay. So this was actually an interesting neutral jump right here. Asif tried to drive rush in and happened to get punished. This can happen to you. This was not a good punish at all, though. Like, if you're going to do, so here's like what I said earlier. Okay, so what can Platinum League do? Platinum League can have a plan like this. I'm gonna neutral jump and do this attack. If my opponent drive rushes in as I'm expecting him to, I'm gonna do this specific combo. It's already in his head, he will follow up like this. And he did. Now the problem is, he didn't time the heavy DP right, so he didn't do actually the correct damage. The combo was okay, but it was far from being optimal. This is what I'm expecting in Platinum League. People knowing how to combo, but not really able to follow up properly. This is another example, by the way, of the opponent just not being able to execute properly. So, right here, you have so many frames to see that there is a drive rush coming. So you know your attack is going to hit. But yet, the opponent, like the Solid Plank, has already made the decision, after I'm jumping in, I'm going to throw him. Even though he could have had a lot more damage. And see, from this point onward, that was just gamble. Too many parry attempts from Asiv right here, getting punished hard and getting perfected in this round. But both, really important to understand, both cannot hit confirm. They can't do that. They're just preemptively doing stuff all the time. So some combo knowledge, anti-airs are sometimes there, but no real concept of like how to approach in neutral, so they actually just jump in all the time, you know? So let's take a look at Silver League. I want to see a silver match right here, just to see like some contrast. Let's watch this one right here. This is Silver League / getting really close to like Gold League, by the way. So let's see. This is another Ryu mirror match, so it's gonna be better to compare to the Platinum League match that we saw earlier, right? So let's just see like what kind of difference do we see. Okay, Hyper was see, like it's the same thing. Until this point, it's basically the same thing. Both players are so terrified, they will fight from really far away. They think that the way to win this match is by going full screen away. This is not the case at all. So what is the approach when going in? Jumping, right? So until that point, it's the same thing. Anti-airs will sometimes happen and sometimes not. Same thing. Actually, like up until this point, Silver looks the same, or so far, even a little bit more skillful. This was not an easy anti-air, but he still got it. Also, he committed to a medium punch after the jump in, just in case the jump in connects, because then he can hit confirm with a medium punch. I did not see this kind of behavior with the Platinum match earlier on. See that? Like he had like a go-to option afterwards. Standing medium punch, crouching medium punch. It whiffed, but if it had hit the jump in, the combo should have worked. This donkey kick right here was actually really well spaced, and that was good. That was a good way to go in. Okay, so risky stuff with the sweep, but less random than EXDP, I guess. Both players, though, take a look at this. Both players are just jumping in. See, like very, very passive play right here. Hyper is literally not doing anything. Right here, he's just standing there, basically telling his opponent to go in. And then he doesn't anti-air him. So this is what I said earlier. Sometimes anti-airs will happen on this level, and sometimes it doesn't happen. This guy right here, by the way, after the jump-in attempt, completely missed the combo because he's being greedy. He's like, okay, I'm gonna hit that hard punch. He's being greedy about it, and this is why he didn't get the combo. Should have done a medium attack instead. Did a drive rush cancel into a hard kick, which only connects standing. So that was another one where preemptively did something, but didn't really have a plan how to follow up properly. This is, by the way, where like you see more combo drops in Silver League. Even though some of the approaches looked more skillful early on, it looks like in Silver League the combos are just less likely to happen and to connect. Anti-air is very difficult. Take a look at that. That sweep is happening very frequently. Both players jumping in a lot. Jumped in and then jab, jab, donkey kick, which is not a combo. So, bad concept of combos, right? And then here, this is minus 12. You can punish this with whatever you want. And no punishes. So, no knowledge on punishes, right? Both players are just jumping. This was a good hit confirm, though. Not aware he could have killed, but he still hit confirmed that Tatsu. You know, he only went for the combo because he saw the hit was coming. So this was an attempted EXDP, but because of execution issues, he did a hard punch into EXDP first. Both players are just gonna jump. The round is gonna end on a jump. Didn't get it, so a stray hit clipped the opponent of Hyper. But overall, very similar gameplay, you know? Like, take a look at that. The difference that I can see so far is a little bit more variety when it comes to the neutral from the Platinum League players. Drive Impact, for example, was utilized successfully in Platinum, and in this Silver match, these players are not utilizing Drive Impact at all, which I'm actually surprised by. I thought they would be mashing it a lot more, but they're not. Instead, the focus is just on jumping in, 100% jumping in. If you think you want to do damage, you jump in. And there it is. And got a nice little hit confirm, you know, no fancy combos, but honestly, this is what I recommend. This is what I recommend if you don't know how to combo properly. Just keep it simple. It's not important to do optimal damage. It's way more important to be consistent. But yeah, I think we saw less jump-ins in Platinum because they're more risky there. You're more likely to actually get anti-aired. Because so far, I think only one jump-in was anti-aired. See that? Like, also one of the differences that I can see as well is, like, take a look at this. This is like a fireball that is coming at you and you've seen it like 2 years ago, right? Why would you block it instead of parrying it? So this is also something that we saw. Projectiles being parried, or at least attempted to be parried. Both Tatsuing. Here's like where throws really shine, right? Throws in Silver League, they're basically unblockable. This was a mistake. That sweep did not get punished once again. I like the solar plexus meaty. The sweep is just working. Almost missed the punish, but he still got it. But you actually see only subtle differences between Silver and Platinum. And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, where the differences between the ranks are smaller. So Capcom decided to make it so that if you get better just a little bit, you immediately rank up. You get to the next level. They made it so that more ranks are there effectively on the low end. But approaches are quite similar, you know? Both players, they prefer to stay far away, and when they go in, they usually jump in. Combo ability is very limited. The different mechanics are only used very sparingly. Drive Impact was not used at all in this match. Parry was not used to deal with projectiles, and in general was not used in approaches. In Platinum League, there were actually attempts to parry jump-ins, for example. So yeah, so I guess the difference between Silver and Platinum is really utilizing more of the mechanics. But being uncomfortable on offense and defense is honestly very similar. It's quite interesting. Yeah, surprising lack of drive impact. I agree with that, you know? Honestly, I was expecting more drive impact on this level. Maybe it's because in Silver League, like, this is a classic, this is not modern controls. Gameplay is potentially very different with modern controls. How about we watch that Diamond match? Let's take a look at what the differences are. Like, keep in mind, Silver League and Platinum League so far, the main difference was utilization of more of the system mechanics. Parry and drive impact was utilized in Platinum, not so much in Silver League. But overall, both players tried to zone rather than go in, and whenever they did go in, they jumped in and did not anti-air. Let's see how Diamond is going to be in comparison. But take a look at this. Take a look at this. A massive difference right from the get-go. Just pay attention to how much more stuff both players are just doing. They're not like waiting for the opponent to do something. They're actively engaging. You know, they're like they're both at the moment full screen away. That's true, but they're both doing something at any given point. Fireball getting parried. Fireball getting parried. You know, thrown a fireball, jumped over it. Now the gap was closed. Now let's take a look at what the match is going to be like from this distance right here. Solar Plexus coming. Keep in mind, like 9 seconds in, there was an interaction mid-screen, and there was zoning. There were fireballs that were being parried, and there was no jump in so far. Huge difference right here. Diamond 5 versus Platinum or Silver League. There's fundamentally a different mindset going on in this match. Successful perfect parry. The opponent tried to jump in the first time, got anti-aired. And now there's actually offense. Like, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Not only did he use a drive rush, he was actually attempting to bait the opponent into something. Like, he was expecting an EXDP here. It didn't come. That's okay. So now, if he throws a fireball, a drive impact. This is what I'm talking about, you know? This is like just attempting to utilize the system mechanics. So far, we're 15 seconds in. We're seeing completely different gameplay. We're seeing completely different usage of the game mechanics. So this is what I'm talking about. This, unfortunately, was a horrendous combo. I love this combo. It's like it was trying to find the worst combo to pull off. I love this. What's the correct combo to do here? Okay, this is how you see. Okay, what does a Diamond 5 player still have to learn? A YOLO DI, but that's okay. You can do a YOLO DI in Street Fighter. Even on high level, you can do that. If you know the opponent has a habit of fireballing from a specific spot, it's worth testing the opponent. That's okay. Like, if you keep DIing and you keep getting punished for it, that's a problem. But if you test your opponent like that, that's totally fine. That's your job. You need to find a weakness. Okay, so what's the correct combo right here? Now, the opponent, like, Pain currently has almost 3 bars, but not quite. So he should probably not utilize his drive gauge if he really wants to play on a high level. So the perfect combo would have been hard kick, crouching medium kick, medium tatsu. Then he would have had corner control, and he would have rebuilt his drive gauge to a significant degree. If you want to spend drive gauge, then solar plexus, medium punch into drive rush would have been a better choice. You would have built the bar, the third bar for this, so you would not actually burn out after that. So the reason why he got burned out was because he chose a crouching medium punch into a drive rush cancel. If he had done a solar plexus into medium punch, he would not have burned out after that. Also, keep in mind, crouching medium punch, crouching medium kick, I mean, into drive rush cancel adds significant scaling. So the combo that you're doing here is less effective just because you chose crouching medium kick there. And then he dropped the back fierce. I'm assuming he tried to do back fierce. Yeah, he did. Into the heavy donkey kick. It's only -5, but a good Ryu player would actually punish it. This Ryu player does not know how to punish it, so he's only doing crouching medium kick, even though light kick would have been a punish counter. Still, like, this is very nitpicky if you really want to, compared to the other matches that we've seen so far, right? Please keep in mind, I'm just giving you, okay, what should he have done there, and why was it bad the way he did it. But take a look at this, like, very, very good. Like, right here, he missed the anti-air, but that's okay. You're worried about drive impact here because you're burned out. But the jump back jab was actually really good. Now they're a little bit more jumpy. Take a look at this. So right here, he's not confident in the combo, so he chooses a fireball instead. A master rank player would have done crouching light punch, crouching medium punch into a Tatsu, because the Tatsu gives you way better pressure afterwards. But because he can't be confident in the medium punch hitting, because counter hit confirming is not that easy, he's doing a fireball instead. So there's still an optimization route right here, but the way he did it is already way beyond what we saw earlier with Platinum and Silver League. Take a look at this. Like, the other player is very aggressive with the, like, here. Like, the drive impact, he knows, like, the opponent is threatened because he's in burnout. And then the drive rush comes out. Lots of pressure applied through the system mechanics and not through jump-ins. Right here, jump-in happened. And take a look at this. This player right here. The jump-in happened. Did not get anti-aired. And immediately applied a strategy to open up the opponent. So the drive rush cancel happened, but it wasn't completely random. He did a crouching light kick because in case the opponent is actually holding back instead of down back, he's gonna get clipped right here. And we're seeing even more mechanics right here. Drive reversal. We did not see that in Silver and Platinum League, so this is the first time we see anyone attempting this. Wave punish attempt there, didn't quite get it. Good anti-air, drive rush in for the pressure, jumped in case the opponent does a late tech right there. You know, this is a real strategy that is being applied here. So they get the knockdown, they got the knockdown from the DP, and now there is a strategy involved in how he's gonna get that damage. Drive rush in, bait a throw, in case the opponent techs, you get a jump in like this. The opponent did not take the bait though, so it didn't work out. Very, like, take a look at also, like, what kinds of buttons are used. Like, we're seeing, like, buttons that you don't see on low level. Like, Silver League and even Platinum did not use medium kick at all, even though it's a powerful button. Good anti-air. First time you see drive rush into overhead, the opponent blocks. Both players are a lot more aware of what's going on and how to defend. Take a look at this. This is like a massive step. It's kind of interesting to see this from my perspective because I was expecting a massive difference between Silver and Platinum, but not so much from Platinum to Diamond, but it's actually the opposite. We can see, like, these two players, both players, are on a completely different skill level than both the Platinum and the Silver League players. See, this was nice. Take a look at this. This was actually nice. So they start the round, drive rush versus EX fireball. That's okay. But take a look at this. So Pain actually sees this right here and already made the decision, okay, I'm gonna do this because the fireball is guaranteed to go through, which is correct. This is the right call. So you power up. So even when they're both full screen away, they're attempting to gain an advantage here. Oh, take a look at that. See, that's the Tatsu. That's a thoughtful Tatsu right there. It's a risk, but it's still thoughtful. It's reasonable for Pain to expect another fireball right here. It didn't actually happen. Instead, Blue City Games did a Denjin charge, but the result was the same. He could have, and this is a mistake. This is where you can see Diamond is still not like the end point of skill. Could have done a heavy DP as a follow-up there. Could have comboed after that. Okay, let's see. What are you gonna do here? What's the best combo here in this spot? A bit of an unexpected situation. The best combo is walk up, hard punch, medium Hashogeki, heavy DP into a level 3. That's what I would be doing, because it recovers your drive gauge, and it's gonna do a lot of damage because the drive impact happened from a hit and not a block. So what does it do? A heavy donkey kick instead. Now, this was not optimal, but it does set up a safe jump. And Pain is trying to get... I mean, I'm gonna try to speculate here, trying to get the kill and only spending level 3 on that. That's actually not bad. Honestly, now that I've seen that, that might have been the better option. It's a lot more safe. I like that. I like what Pain did. That was not bad. Oh, take a look at that. So close. He was so far away here. Like, take a look at this. By the way, this was a massive drop. And this is where you can see, like, Diamond League players, there's still a lot to learn for them. This right here. If you see punish counter, crouching medium punch, you can combo into a crouching medium kick. That would have killed the opponent right there. Crouching medium kick, drive rush cancel into a hard punch to get him standing. Then back fierce, drive rush cancel, hard punch into the back fierce, heavy donkey kick, light DP, level 3. That would have killed. So he had a kill here. He didn't go for it. So hit confirming, punish counter, and a regular counter hit confirm is still on Diamond League not very common. But this right here, this would have killed as well. He was just barely off. This was quite interesting here. He got the DP. He was expecting a level 3, by the way. He didn't want to die from a DP or a level 3, but instead jump in came. He didn't get the anti-air, so he goes for a drive reversal, which is risky to do, by the way. Good anti-air here. And now he sees the pattern, you know? This is a lot more skill involved in this Diamond League match compared to the Platinum and the Silver League that we saw. A lot more real strategies, real adaptations, like especially like at the end right there. On the first try when he walked back, he was not ready for the jump in, but on the second and third attempt, he was ready and he adapted immediately on the fly. A lot more nuances in the matches, the strategies, the execution, but there are still gaps. Always keep that in mind. But this is where I'd say, okay, these two players who played right there, they're actually applying a strategy, and they have some thoughts around how to open up the opponent. In both the Silver League and the Platinum League match, this was not the case. It was mostly getting like a stray hits and stuff like that. Very uncomfortable in jump ins, no strategy on how to combo properly. Lots of like when something unusual happens, just EXDP for example. Very uncomfortable in all of the scenarios. The Diamond League match was very different. We'll do this frequently, okay? I'd actually be more interested to see Rookie League. Like I would definitely want to see, okay, the Silver League match was already lacking in a lot of areas, but what does a Rookie League match actually do? We actually start to see drive impact more there. I feel the biggest difference. I would love to see like modern play a little bit more, because it's quite interesting. We've seen the statistics from Capcom lately where they effectively showed that on low level modern is very strong, and the higher the level of skill, the worse modern comes, on average at least. That's quite interesting. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the silver, platinum, and diamond Ryu mirror match? It's actually different than I was expecting. If you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, in a video that I'm gonna make out of that, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. What skill levels do you want to see next as well for the next video? Let me know.